I'm the official. Y'all can start fighting right now.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, this is the Turnbuckle King, Red Carpet Ring. We are here. We're talking about the recent episode of NXT. We're talking about NXT results. CM Punk appears. Lola Vice versus Jacy Jayne. And of course, NXT title contract signing. We are here live on Red Carpet Ring. We're here about YouTube and Facebook and X as well. So let's talk about it. We're going to talk about the bonus round, which is CM Punk being a special guest referee. It's a good move and how you will book that. So tune into that. And before we begin, guys, let's get into doing a simple thing I always ask you guys to do when you come into the ring. And you guys already know where I'm going with this. If you don't know, now you know at this point. And it's real simple. Let's get to doing a simple thing, a simple task I always ask everybody to do. And it is simply make sure when you come into the ring, you got to tap that screen. And if you're not familiar with tapping the screen, this is normally how it goes when it comes to tapping the screen over here at the ring.
Welcome to the button. Speed.
Your axon is suffering. Oh boy. More spinning. What's it gonna be? Uh-oh.
So yes, let's double tap that screen as you come in. Let's get that going. Now, before we do begin, let's talk about the match card for NXT. Let's talk about what was advertised. Now, the match card is what was advertised as well. And of course, they're going to add some more. This is what was advertised for NXT. Let's look over that for a couple moments. Now we got CM Punk here appearing. We got the contract signing match of Trick and Ethan Page. We got a one-on-one. We got Dion Brooks versus Jensen. Dion Brooks, if that's his name. Got two tag team matches. We got Adonis versus Eddie Thorpe. Then we got Jacy Jayne versus Lola Vice. So let's go over the beginning of the show. Let's see how this all kicked off. We got All Ego. Contract signing with Trick Willie. You had Ava go over the contract signing. Talked about how Trick Williams told Ethan Page stole that title from me. And then Ethan said you didn't take anything from me. Well deserved. And he said too that not only is well deserved, he said everybody was shocked when I won the AEW championship. And he's talking about a heat wave in a four-way match between Ethan, Trick, Javon, Sean Spears. But he said the only one I like seeing who got the look on face, Trick, was you. So he said that he brought it home. And and then also Ethan Page, he attacked Trick Williams and he pulled him through the table. Now, Ethan has signed, but Trick had not signed a contract yet. So that was definitely a good way to kick off NXT. It was wild. He pretty much let everybody know what the deal was. And it was a good segment. So I got to give it one word to describe this segment. And as I do, you guys already know what I describe it as. It's one word only. Yeet. Yes, yeet. So yeet is the best way to kick off the show. But this will not be the end of Trick and Ethan. We will see this later on the show. I will get to that. Let's talk over a couple matches on the show as well. Now we had Lyra Valkyria. She teamed up with her old pal Tatum Paxley versus Wendy, Choo, and Rosemary. They worked very well together. I gotta give that to Lyra and Tatum. They work very well as a tag team. I don't know where the direction is going to go, considering Lyra is still on Monday Night Raw. It's not no major storyline or nothing. She's pretty much teaming up with Selena Vega. She was teaming with Kaden Carter, Katana Chance. I don't know what the whole deal is with her yet, but I know she's teaming very, very well with Tatum Paxley. And if that's what they're going to do with her, I guess she continue to do double duty with NXT and also Monday Night Raw. So this will be the second time we see her. Now I know they defeated them very well, Wendy, Choo, and Rosemary. They worked very well. They did their thing. I'll give it to them. We just don't know what the next move is going to be as far as these two go. I'm not sure what they're going to do these two next. I don't know if they're going to keep this going, keep it flowing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to go. But we're going to see how it's going to go exactly. I'm just not 100% sure what the next move will be. But I do know this. It seemed like they continue it was a very good match. Good spots in the match. The crowd was really into it for Tatum and Lyra. And, and of course, Rosemary and Wendy Choo had to take the L on that one. But other than that, though, I do remember these two working really well in the match. Really well in the match. I do remember they had some good spots there. I do remember the particular spot they had that was good.
Executed. Big leg drop.
Oh, wow.
Could this
That's
be
gotta be
enough
it.
in Rosemary?
Anyways.
So they had a very good spot there. Very good spot between these two. They did their thing. So I give it a very good tag match between them. Very, very good tag match. Like I said, I don't know what the next move going to be between these two. I don't know if Lyra's going to be continuing to doing this. I don't know how long it's going to go on. But if that's the case, I said this before, maybe Lyra should stay on NXT. But I like her on Raw. I didn't expect her to be back on NXT. But given with the history with Tatum, it's good. Another match we'll talk about. Another tag match, Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander versus Tavion Heights and Myles Borne. Another good match. Javon and Cedric have very good chemistry, I noticed. They got good chemistry. These two guys got good chemistry. I don't know how long this tag is going to go on for, but it was very solid. And I like how they work well off each other. So they should be a tag team. Javon Evans, I said it before and I said it again, very bright future for him. I like what they're doing with him. I would like to see more of Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander. They worked very well in the tag match. I liked how they did, though. And I know Javon Evans, he later on asked for a match in St. Louis. And I know, if you don't know, this is announced too. Now, I know we got a stack card for October 1st, but now we got another for October 8th. For Javon Evans, he will go one-on-one. Well, this is the October 1st episode, but I know Javon Evans, he will go one-on-one against Randy Orton. That's very surprising, but this will be good for him. That was announced as well. But very good match, though. Let's talk about more that happened on with the show. Let's move forward. We do have another segment of the show, and in this segment was Wesley. He actually attacked Trey Miguel. Now, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz of the Rascals were supposed to, compete for the NXT Tag Team belts last week. And it was an injury that Trey Miguel has, was caused the Rascals not to be in the match. But, Street Profits stepped in. They replaced him. But he does need, I think he need some type of surgery. I forgot what it was. I'm trying to remember what surgery he needed. I remember what he said on the show. I don't know if it's MCL, ACL surgery. I'm trying to see. He had a surgery, but I know that it's going to be a match between Zachary Wentz and Wes Lee. It will be a street fight, as you saw a couple minutes ago on October 1st episode on CW. And it showed that Wesley attacked Trey Miguel outside the parking lot. That's what caused him to be out. And Zachary Wentz is going to have a match with Wesley again. Now, we know, too, that Wesley and Zach faced off the first time, and Zach won at NXT No Mercy. And we also know that Trey Miguel, interfered, and he in between that match, as Wesley was trying to I think attack Zach with a chair. But that's the reasoning for Wesley to attack Trey Miguel, because he got a cause of distraction with the match he had with Zachary at NXT No Mercy. So they will go 1-on-1 at the October 1st episode on CW. It'll be a street fight. And this is if you don't see it before I show it again, it will be announced these two have a street fight. 1 to 3 matches that's headline for the CW episode. So I can't wait to see that what's happening. But that was one part of the show. Another part of the show, we will talk about Tony D. He went 1-on-1 against Hammerstone. He was mad at Hammerstone for not getting a job done with Obafemi. He said, you're supposed to take care of it, but you didn't. And Hammerstone said, Obafemi's a beast. I couldn't beat him. And Tony D'Angelo was trying to hear that. He said, I gave you money. You got a job to do. You didn't get it done. And Tony D said, I'll handle you myself. They had a good match, 1-on-1, but it started off good, but Tony D was literally getting that work. Started off okay, but he got that work. He was overpowered by, Hammerstone. He got that work for real. But it turns out that Tony D couldn't take anymore, and he walked out. So the crowd was shocked. They felt like Michael Cole. Not this way. And that's exactly what happened. So Tony D walked out, and Hammerstone won the match by countout. So go figure. But that was the end of that particular matchup there. Now there was a couple other matches that happened on NXT before we get to the segment. Let's discuss those matches right now. We had another match that will happen after that. We also had a 1-on-1 match. It was Eddy Thorpe versus Ashante Adonis. Ashante Adonis got the win over Eddy Thorpe. It went 1-on-1. No, sorry. Eddy Thorpe defeated Ashante. He defeated Ashante 1-on-1. Nothing to brag much about there. It's kind of a boring match, to be honest. I'll be frank with you. I like both guys, but nothing crazy there. We had another match as well. We had, Lola Vice went 1-on-1 against Jacy Jayne. This match here, not too much to talk about. It was pretty much the ending. After Lola Vice did defeat Jacy Jayne, but afterwards, Fatal Influence, which the team, of course, Fallon, Jasmine, and Jacy, they attacked her back. They attacked Lola afterwards. And then later on, Jada Parker came out for the save. And it looked like she's going to attack Lola, but, stopped themselves. They were staring at each other in the face. This was going on for the past week. Lola, told Jada, you need help. And Jada says she don't need help. Now Lola says she don't need Jada's help. So that was the end of that match as well. Now let's talk about a two-part thing. CM Punk, he came out. We saw him twice this evening. CM Punk came out twice on NXT. He came in the middle of the show and near the end. So let's talk about when he came out during the middle of the show. Now he came out first. He was going to make an announcement here. It was going to be himself. He's going to make the announcement, but he was interrupted by Roxanne Perez. And Roxanne basically, had to say to CM Punk saying, despite what CM Punk saying, he ain't fooling her.
What you need to do is stop playing. You might have all these crusty, dusty musties tricked, but you ain't tricking us.
So that's how Roxanne felt, and she came out, talked to CM Punk. And, CM Punk's and Roxanne kept saying, I like AJ, your wife, more than I like you. She was just going in on CM Punk there. Then she also took it further, saying, she idolized CM Punk, everything he did. Then she said, what? I should have been Drew McIntyre fan instead, taking pages, taking page out of Gunther's book, insulting someone and trying to get a rise out of CM Punk. And CM Punk came back and said, Roxanne, I had chips on my shoulders, even bigger than you. And next thing we know, Julia came out. and Julia came out, and it was crazy. She came out, and when she did come out, while these two was going back and forth, Julia came out, and it looked like they was going to get ready to go, but Roxanne, as Julia looked, she tried to attack Julia from behind, and CM Punk stopped Roxanne. Roxanne was not liking that at all. So that was the end of that particular segment. Speaking of Julia, if you guys don't know, let's do a little highlight on Julia. Let's talk about her real quick. Let's talk about the history of Julia. Julia, she's like I said, she's been wrestling since 2017. She wrestled and also wrestled in tag team competition. So there's a little history there as well. That's a little history on Julia. She does well for herself in her career. But she wrestled in 2017. She's wrestled in Stardom and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Here's the info here, and I'll explain a little bit more. Like I said, she's only been wrestling for 7 years. But I heard she's been trained by one of the best trainers, one of the best in Japan, and I heard she's been trained by a collection. It's called I can't pronounce this, Hakati Suzani Milano Collection. And she's been trained by more people as well. She's been trained by plenty of people, actually. She's been trained by, like I said, excuse me if I don't know the names. This is Japan, Japanese language, but I'll put it up on the screen. She's trained by Mio Shirai Tusaka Fujimoto, also trained. These are the people that trained her. Like I said, there's a little information on her. Also, she's done her thing. She's also wrestled Megan Bain. They also had history in Stardom. They also had a little history there. So these two have worked together previously. Megan Bain, she's actually getting a name herself, but this is some of the people she has competed against in her career. I know Julia, I heard she takes very, very much pride in what she does in the ring. She does not take none of that for granted. Like I said, I know she's earned a lot of accolades in her short 7 years. Also, if you guys didn't know too, she has appeared on TNA television before. If you look here, that's Impact work with New Japan. It's called Multiverse United 2. So she has been, I think that's when she first was shown on American television. So I think that's when she started gaining notoriety and some popularity there, and people really start taking a liking to her style of wrestling, which is strong style. So, and she's also earned gold here, held multiple championships in her career. And I know she's looking forward to gaining more championships in her career. So it's a little, like I said, a little info on her. But yeah, she's definitely done some things in her career. She definitely gained a name, and I know she's held particularly the Stardom and the New Japan Championship, New Japan Strong Championships, Stardom Championship. So she's definitely earned that. So she definitely had a good career thus far. And I think she's going to definitely make noise in NXT. And I still believe she'll win the NXT Women's Championship for Roxanne. But yeah, this is a history on Julia. So let's I know people are saying online, who is she, what she's done, etc., etc. But this is Julia, a little history on her. And like I said, I know she only had one match in NXT thus far. She's going to have more, but she has a very reputable name for what I've heard and seen from Japan. She's been on, like I said, Impact TV, everything of sort. So she definitely has earned some respect within the industry already. Well, of course, we all have to wait and see what's going to happen next when she course, wrestle more NXT, and especially if she's going to be NXT Women's Champion, facing Roxanne. So we're gonna give her due. She's done very well for herself. I'm waiting to see what more she's gonna do in the ring. But she's only had one match, and some people are giving her they already give her clout already, saying she can't wrestle. I'm like, guys, give her time. But I've seen her stuff. Like I said, she's done very well. She moves very well. She does not play in the ring. But that is a little information on Julia, her training and everything. So definitely we're gonna see definitely more of Julia. And also she's been in magazines, you can see here. So they definitely highlight her a lot in Japan. So we're gonna see only more good things of Julia. Just want to highlight that real quick of Julia. Let's get back to CM Punk. Now CM Punk, we know he also in the main segment of the show. Now I know it was him, Ethan Page, Trick Williams. They came out. I know Tyler from the Indiana Pacers, he came out, but the contract was not signed by Trick Williams. CM Punk got it signed. Tyler got it signed, but CM Punk came out. He was to make his announcement. It's the same announcement he was trying to make earlier that night. And the announcement is CM Punk is special guest referee between the Trick Williams and Ethan Page championship match at NXT October 1st edition. And he basically told both guys, if you want to go fight as of right now, you'll follow my command. If you want to fight, go ahead and fight right now. And that's exactly what they did. They got down.
I'm the official. Y'all can start fighting right now.
And that's what they did. It got crazy, but CM Punk's laying down low. You're not about to overstep him. You're not about to do anything. He basically said, if you try anything, you're gonna pay. He's not having it.
No.
No, he's not gonna have none of that. So that ended, and it was held by officials and everything of sort. Trick and Ethan both was held by officials, and that was the end of NXT. That was the end of that episode. Let me give it a rating here based on what happened on the episode. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Despite CM Punk being there, despite him being in 2 segments, everything, I think it was okay. I'm not saying it was a bad show. It was an okay show. Could have been better. With that being said, we'll go over what went wrong with NXT. And we'll talk about that right now. Now, let's talk about it. One thing I saw happen with NXT I thought was wrong. Roxanne Perez, she was trying a little bit too hard in the promos. She was bringing up Drew McIntyre. You know, she was taking a page out of Gunther's book when he mentioned the whole. He told Bret Hart on Raw last week that Bill Goldberg is my favorite wrestler. You know, which is a rival of Bret Hart even now. And I felt like Roxanne was doing the same thing with CM Punk. You bring up his rival. It's kind of like she was reaching way too hard. And I didn't think she had to do that. Because remember, she also tried to talking about AJ Lee. She liked the wife more. Just trying way too hard. And CM Punk, you could tell he was helping her out. You know, the crowd was clearly for CM Punk, not for Roxanne, who's the champion. So it just felt like it was a little bit too much there. That's how I felt. It was just way too much. Roxanne was doing way too much. I know she studied AJ Lee. I know she's doing everything good to get over as a heel. You could tell nothing to Roxanne. She was genuinely happy for CM Punk. I tell in the beginning she was trying to go into the heel mode, but it just was not getting there. Not at all. I didn't see it there. But you know, that's the whole thing with that. So I just didn't get that at all. So it was crazy, but I just thought Roxanne was trying way too hard. With the whole promo, you know, that's the way I saw it. But other than that gotta go on a list and the way around it.
You know what's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
But that's one thing I saw that was wrong. So I thought that was a big issue there. And I don't know, I thought it was just too much. I thought it was way too much there. Roxanne just was trying way too much in a promo. I just couldn't. Like I said, it's like CM Punk had to drag her out of it. That's how I saw it at first. That's how it was. But she still is a good heel. Let's not take that from her. I just don't know. Sometimes she just tried way too hard in a promo. That's how I saw it. I wish it was a little bit better. But I get it. Roxanne got to get over as a heel. She got to get over as a heel. She got to do her thing. I get it. I get the whole thing. I really do. I just didn't see it. It was a try. She was a try hard when it came down to it. She was a try hard, and it kind of showed. It really did show, in my opinion. But other than that, though, the segment was really saved by CM Punk. CM Punk saved the whole entire segment. Roxanne started off, it was okay. It just got too much. We would clearly see you're a fan of CM Punk. They said she's the legitimate daughter of CM Punk and AJ Lee. So that's one thing I saw wrong. Let's go. What else went wrong with NXT? Jacy Jayne. I like Jacy Jayne's character and everything. I just can't. She's not taken seriously as a singles competitor, no matter how you spin it. Jacy Jayne, she's known for the Toxic Attraction stable, tag teaming with Gigi Dolan, holding women's NXT Tag Team Championships that no longer exist, by the way. She had 2 runs with that. Now she's in the stable with Fatal Influence, which kind of mirrors Fatal Toxic Attraction. Fatal Influence is similar to Toxic Attraction. And her wrestling the singles matches, she lose majority of them, only win by cheating. I just don't see her as a serious competitor as a single star. It's like she always going to be known as a tag team competitor or in a stable, and it kind of sucks for her. She's not bad in the ring. She's okay. It's just she's going to always be labeled as a tag team competitor, and that unfortunately goes on the list.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
She definitely made the list on that. I like you, JC, but not as a single star. Maybe she could prove me wrong. She always has that, she always has the tag team wrapped around her. Tyler, hell salute to you. What's going on, man? But yeah, JC always going to have been tied to a tag team. So that's the way I see it with JC. Maybe they'll do something different with her in the future. Maybe something else will happen. I don't see it right now. And especially with this brand new stable that just started, I just don't see how they're going to move forward with that. She also going to be tied to a tag team. There's no way around it. So that's how I see that. But other than that, though, that's how I see it. Let's go. What else went wrong with NXT? I'm tired of NXT doing a parking lot angle. I'm tired of this. Every time we look up, somebody gets attacked at NXT parking lot. They're making NXT parking lot the most dangerous place to go. I get it. They have to sell a story. I get all of that. But we've seen that so many times of the whole someone gets attacked in the parking lot. Someone always gets attacked in the parking lot, whether it's during the broad daylight or at night. It's always some crazy going on in NXT parking lot. And I think it's just old and tired. I know they have to sell this particular story of Zachary Wentz and Wesley, but why always a parking lot of NXT or any other parking lot? It's always a parking lot angle. NXT, or what I know this is Trey Miguel, he's TNA, but it's always a parking lot angle. I see it's too much on NXT. It's always that. I'm just tired of seeing that. But yeah, I'm tired of seeing this angle. And of course, it goes on the list. No other way around that.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So yeah, I'm tired of seeing that angle. It happens too much, way too often, more than usual. Like I said, hopefully they do better selling that angle. But at least that's how I see it. But that's the third thing I saw on NXT. But other than that, though, we'll talk about what's going to happen next week on NXT. Let's talk about it before we get to the bonus round. Now, next week on NXT, we do have some stuff advertised. We have an NXT press conference. We have the Grayson Waller effect featuring the NXT Tag Team Champions, which is Nathan Frazier Axiom. They call him Fraxium. I don't like that name. We do have Wren Sinclair challenging Kalani Jordan for the NXT North American Women's Championship, the Women's NXT North American Championship. And we also have Riley Osborne one-on-one against Rich Holland. But this is next week on NXT. So we'll see what's going on. I mean, like I said, this week's episode, it was all right. Could have been better. At least that's how I see it. Other than that, though, guys, we also going to talk about we've also talked about the October 1st edition. And we got a good card, though. So let's go over the updated card. I showed it earlier, and I will show it again. So let's talk about it. Now, this card here, we got now updated card. We have the NXT Championship, Ethan Page champion versus Trick Williams with CM Punk as special guest referee. Now we have a street fight, which is Wesley versus Zachary Wentz. This will be the second match. And, of course, we have the NXT Women's Championship, Julia challenging Roxanne Perez for her title. So, got a nice card going. Definitely nice card going. Yes, I can't wait to the NXT come to CW as well. I can't wait as well, but definitely a good one. With that being said, that is the end of NXT. Results: CM Punk appears, Lola Vice versus Jacy Jayne. NXT contract title. NXT title contract signing. Let's move on to the bonus round and give me a couple moments. We'll get that going. So let's get it going, and we'll stay on X. We'll say bye-bye to Facebook. Let's get it going. Give me a couple moments. We'll get that started. All right, we're at the bonus round here. We're at the bonus round. We're going to talk about how to book CM Punk being special guest referee between the match of Ethan Page, NXT champion, going one-on-one against Trick Williams for the NXT championship on the CW debut episode premiere. But before we get there, I talked about this earlier. We're going to bring this up again. Let's double tap that screen. Let's get it there.
Welcome to the button. Speed.
Axlock is suffering. Oh boy. More spinning. What's it gonna be? What?
All right. Now we double tap the screen. Let's talk about this whole thing between, of course, CM Punk being special guest referee. How will I book this? Now, we could say here with CM Punk being a special guest referee for this particular matchup, we know that it's CM Punk's number controversy. I say CM Punk calls it down the middle. Let's say he calls it down the middle. I think he's going to call the match straight up. I think he's going to be fair referee. I don't think he's going to do anything malicious. Considering the fact he just had a special guest referee in his match at SummerSlam with Seth Rollins being special guest referee. I don't see CM Punk doing anything malicious unless he's provoked. He does want his matches. He don't want everybody to follow his command. He wants that to go smoothly and perfectly as possible. So I don't think he wants any type of chaos. I don't think he wants that at all. I think CM Punk's going to be very fair as far as that goes. I don't see how he would want anything to end in chaos unless it gets there. CM Punk will be fair in the best way possible. You know, we saw that he said everything has to be called down the middle. He meant that. He literally meant that between Trick and Ethan. I don't think he wants anything to go down crazy of any sort. So I think it will be a very good match. I think it's going to be going smoothly. I think he will at some point check both Ethan and Trick Williams as far as, the match goes. They try to get out of line, try to go crazy. I think he's going to stop that at any cost. So let's not fool ourselves. He ain't going to be biased just towards Trick. That's all I'm saying. I don't see him being biased just towards one person. He will let people know what the deal is. So with that being said, CM Punk would definitely shut it down. But at one point in the match, I do see how I think Ethan Page, if I predict or book it, if I were to book it, Ethan Page would try to clash with CM Punk. I see him clashing with CM Punk. He's going to try to challenge him. And I think at some point in the match, Ethan Page will hit CM Punk. He'll take him out of the match. There will be no referee. Referees always get taken out in the middle of a match. I think it's always going to be that. It's going to be an amazing match. But I think Ethan Page will try to get a face CM Punk. Ethan Page don't do well with referees. He did it with Trick. Trick was special guest referee. He got in Trick's face. I think he'll try to say with CM Punk, and CM Punk will not go for that with Ethan Page. It's crazy. Ethan Page and CM Punk, them guys were just in AEW together at one point. But now we're here. But I think CM Punk will not go for any nonsense with Ethan Page. Ethan Page will take him out. He will. But I will say that CM Punk will get back in the ring. He'll still call the match. But CM Punk is not going to take the attack by Ethan Page lying down. He will attack Ethan during the matchup. I don't know if it's going to be GTS. It could be him just attacking Ethan. And I think that's what caused the whole thing for Ethan to be down. It's going to be Ethan's downfall. His ego will be his downfall. I think that's going to cause the problems there. Ethan Page, if he attacks CM Punk, that's going to be a problem for Ethan Page. It's not going to end too well for him. I don't see that ending too well. In the moment he puts his hands on CM Punk, I think it's going to be the end of him. I think it will be. It's going to be a big turning point for him. And that's when Ethan Page, everything's going to start crashing down for him. And that's the last thing you do not want. And I think that's where it's going to head to. It's going to head to that. And it's going to definitely not benefit. It's definitely not going to benefit Ethan Page at all. I don't think it will. It's going to, in fact, cost him everything. That's the thing. And it's going to really benefit Trick Williams. It's going to benefit Trick of all, if anything. So that does happen. I will say it's going to hurt. It's going to definitely hurt. It's going to hurt Ethan. And since it's going to hurt Ethan, like I said, it's only going to benefit one person in the match, and it's going to benefit Trick Williams. And I believe CM Punk, he could hit the GTS on Ethan Page. He's going to get him nasty with it. And it's going to come down to Ethan Page getting hit with a GTS or whatever. Trick Williams will hit a trick shot he'll hit the trick shot on Ethan Page. And this is where CM Punk is going to count Ethan Page shoulders to the mat. And Trick Williams will win back the NXT Championship. That's how I see that will go down. Trick Williams will take advantage of Ethan Page being attacked by CM Punk. CM Punk's going to count to 1, 2, 3. Trick's going to win the title back. I said this before. Trick will become champ again. Do not count him out. Trick Williams is going to win the title once again, like he did before. And with that being said, since he is going to win the title again, we think it's going to be a happy ending. Trick got his hand raised. He's the new NXT champion. CM Punk in Chicago being special guest referee. That's a good spot. It's a good main event. And having CM Punk there will be good for the fans. The fans are going to go crazy. They're going to go wild. They're going to have themselves a good old moment and they'll be celebrating saying all kind of chants.
Yeet, delete, yes, we believe in Joe Hendry. Suck it. Woo! What? Yeah.
That's how the crowd's going to act when the match is over and Trick is crowned champion. And you're of course going to hear whoop that Trick as well. But here's the bad part. There is a bad part. Even though Trick Williams is NXT champion once again, making him a 2-time NXT champion, even though CM Punk will count Ethan Page shoulders to the mat and he will be standing tall with Trick, we will see a turning point after the match. And if you don't know, Roxanne mentioned it. This is when Drew McIntyre will attack CM Punk after the match. Expect to see Drew standing over CM Punk after him finishing his job as special guest referee after the match is over. I do expect this to happen. And also, we got to keep in mind that's how it goes. And the thing about it is, CM Punk and Drew, history's not over. It's just not over. I don't see it happening. It's not going to be over with these two. Not by a long shot. Because, a well-known fact, if you guys don't know, and we've seen this before. Thing about Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. The last time, this is CM Punk being attacked by Drew McIntyre on the SmackDown episode in Chicago. CM Punk, Drew always attacks CM Punk on a Chicago show. So if he attacks CM Punk on a Chicago show on SmackDown, which was this past summer, he's going to come to Chicago again on the NXT episode on October 1st. This is a draw, much heat from the fans, and this is definitely ahead of their Bad Blood Hell in a Cell match. This will draw so much animosity from the fans. They'll be upset at Drew, just like they were upset in Chicago on SmackDown. This is right before the SummerSlam match with Seth Rollins as special guest referee. I see that happening again. And this time it'll be right before the Bad Blood match. October 1st is the NXT CW episode. Bad Blood's just a few days later, October 5th. That's Saturday. This will definitely heat up it's more likely going to be their final match this time around. This will cause a lot of drama. Fans not going to like that. They're going to be booing like crazy. They're not going to like it just like they did like before. So they're not going to like that at all. That ain't going to work for the fans seeing that Drew going to attack them, but it'll cause so much heat, But I see this being the ending of that final match. I see that being the ending between Drew and Punk. This will be the end of that bout. I see it going down like that. I want to see either Page or CM Punk on future main roster. Yeah, that can happen at some point. It could, but this is a great way to end this. Yes, Drew's gonna definitely get attacked. He's gonna definitely attack CM Punk. He always does on Chicago shows. He did it on SmackDown. He'll do Chicago again with CW. Even though CM Punk was just special guest referee, that would definitely add more fuel to the fire on this feud. On for Bad Blood. But that's just how I see it going down. Trick wins NXT title. Ethan Page. And then Ethan Page, it'll be a good story for him as well, guys. Ethan Page would demand a rematch saying, I got screwed out of the title. I lost because CM Punk attacked me. It cost Trick Williams to get advantage. I want a rematch. And they continue further along the story of Ethan and Trick. That's how I will book it. I'm not saying that's how it will go down, but that's how I will do the whole thing between CM Punk being special guest referee. It will create so many layers, not just him and Drew continuing that feud, but Trick winning, getting advantage over Ethan because Ethan got cocky, put his hands on Punk attacked back, and Ethan can say, I lost, I didn't lose fair and square. He'll get a rematch against Trick Williams on the episodes of NXT, Trick defeats him again, that'll be the end of that rivalry. But I see that's how it will go down. And I think that'll be a great way to book that. And that's all I have regarding how to book CM Punk as special guest referee. You guys let me know what you think of this whole matchup. How would you see CM Punk being a special guest referee in this match? Do you think it will end very well, or do you think it will end badly? You guys let me know. That's how I will book it. You know, greatly appreciate it, guys. We do have NXT CW episode coming up on October 1st. You got AEW Grand Slam, September, a week from today. Then you also got Bad Blood coming up. So a lot of events coming up. But really appreciate you guys in live chat and comment section. You chime in what you think of this whole scenario of not just CM Punk scenario, but NXT as well. Upcoming events for NXT. Because I would love to hear what you guys got to say regarding that. Soon to reveals will pop up. You guys click the links below. Check out the content here. And you guys already know what it is at this point. It is OUNT.
Something happened this weekend, and I have been struggling with it since I retired. But this weekend gave me closure.
Wow.
It really did. Like, it was fun. Obviously, it was fun. I mean, you can't, doing this for as long as I have and being involved.